So hello guys, hi. Over here we have started the conditions. The conditions over here. What does conditions means? So for that, I just have done the previous work or the previous of what we have to do. We have imported the package. We have written the class. We have written public static void main. Now, here we will understand what do you mean by conditions. Now, conditions over here means that basically there is a sequence. Now, just try to ask if I'm asking you, all right, are you hungry? Your answer will be no or yes, right? Yes or no, your answer will be. Then the same way, if you want to do the same thing in the computer, so that thing is done with the purpose of conditions. So how to do that? Basically, let us just try to understand that. Okay, over here, we will just write down the scanner line. As we know, scanner is equal to new scanner system dot in. All right. Now over here we will give int a. Let's just try to go with that only. Now over here, let's just try to check that the user is major or minor. And your age. Let's just try to go with that. Okay. Age is equal to, let's see now, next int semicolon. Now for the condition we will be using if. Now after that we will be putting a bracket. Now yesterday in the last video we just saw that there are operators. The operator we saw that relational operator. We will be using the relational operator over here. Let's just try to put a is greater than 18. If now what does if means? If basically means now if you just want to go for the single line to be commented, you can just use has over here. Has sorry, it's not the has is used in Java or Python. I'm sorry. The double slash is used in the Java. Okay, now over here we will be going for let's just write that. Let us just write down group block. All right. Okay, over here system dot out dot println in the bracket we are just writing uh, major major. All right, now let us just put out else. Now then what is this else called as? This else is called as false block. Okay, system dot out dot println minor. So okay, so now let us try to run this. And I'm just writing over here what I'm just writing. Just let me just write down something is the XF15. We are printing minor. When we are, first of all, we have to compile it. We have not compiled. That's why it has not made the bytecode file. Now, let us just try to run that. Okay. So, let's just remove this thing. Okay. Let's just put my real age. My real age is 24. Which major? I'm a major. That's why. You might have understood that. Now, in the interview, they just want to see. Main role for the interview is they just want to see how can you perform in the presser. Now, they might ask you, okay, so they might ask you over here, like, why didn't you put the curly bracket? Yes, you can put a curly bracket. There is no problem in that. But the problem is only one when you just have one line. When you just have one line in the if or in the else, then you don't have to put the curly brackets. All right, you might have understood that thing. See, if you now also if I run this, then nothing goes odd. Nothing goes odd. If I enter like the age like 17, it's getting minor. If I'm just entering my real age in my 28, 24, major. So nothing goes odd. You can just say that nothing goes odd. If you just need more than one line, what do you have to use? You have to use a curly bracket. All right. You might have understood this. Now, let's just try to go with the same thing. Let's just try to go with a little bit more thing. But in the conditions also, we have a lot of things. We have left with the else if part. Now, what does else if part means? Okay, I'm sorry. What does else if part mean? Else if part means suppose we have more than one condition. Then you use the else if part over here. Let us just try to understand that very easily. Enter a number. Okay, we have found, I guess, int A is there. So we don't have to write int A, we just have to write A is equal to SC dot next int, with brackets, semicolon. Over here, we will not even write if A is greater than 80. Here, sorry, if A is greater than 0. Then what we will print, that is this system dot out. Now print ln. Over here, we will just write down it is positive. All right. Now let us just copy the same line as it is very simple. Now for else if part, we have to first write else and then we have to write if in the bracket. What we have to write? A is smaller than 0. Then what? We have to write just change that positive to negative. I'm just changing it off negative. All right. Now if nothing works, then we the else part will be working. Over here, we are saying it has a 0. All right. So I guess you have understood about the else if part. Let me write CLS. All right. If we run it, it will prompt to the next thing. Conditions. Okay. If I enter 5, it is going for positive. If I enter -9, it is saying negative. If I enter 0, it is giving me 0. That means my program is correct. Okay. You might have understood the else if, how to use the else if. Now, this is called as the else if ladder. Everywhere, if in the interviews, they might ask you the real name. Okay. So they might ask you the real name. This is else if ladder. All right. Okay. It's not has. I'm sorry. In my company, we are using the Python. That's why. Now we are moving forward. But first of all, we need to comment this thing out. Let's not comment this whole thing. Let's just comment this thing. Okay. Now let's just copy the. First of all, okay. So now over here, we will be doing nested if. So now for nested if, we will be just pasting that. Okay. We doesn't need that. All right, we have done that. Now over here in the nested if, over here nested if is the same thing what is done in the else if. So else if ladder. Now over here, just we remove the else part. We just write the conditions in the if. We don't use any of the else part. Now you might say, okay, then why they have why they have this topic has been introduced. This topic has been introduced because of the speed compatibility. Now the speed compatibility has been a little bit faster in the nested if, whereas speed compatibility has been less in LSEP thing. That's why over here, if we just try to say, oh, come on, we have done that. Now, let us just try to run this. We are getting the same result. Positive, negative. I would have put on the same number for you. That's why you would have understood the topic. That is it. We have understood the conditions. In the next video, we will be learning about loops. Okay, so now over here, the programs are much simple. Now I will be giving you one program to think a little bit. Don't just try to go for any AI or just don't try to go for it any Google thing. Okay, just try to check the where the number is, what do you say? Number is odd or even. Just try to check it out. Whoever gives the correct answer and just write it down in the comment. I will leave. I will leave a heart on his message. Otherwise, basically, I will not leave anything. There is a small error also. Along with that, I will just request you that if you like the video, please like the channel along with the subscriber channel for the next video. Thank you guys. That was great.